Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. Got me so.
Hey guys, it's Charlie. Today's Wednesday on our Pagan Opinions, and this week's topic is, if we're stuck on an island and we can bring one pagan item with us, what would it be? So I really had to think about this one because I want to bring something where I could like write stuff down, and if I found plants that were edible, like writing it down and making sure like that I knew which plants were edible, which weren't. I was thinking very practically. So this isn't necessarily a pagan item, and there's no, oh, there is some note space in this book, awesome. But what I decided I would bring with me is this book right here. It's called Living on the Earth, and it's by Alicia Bay Laurel, and this entire book, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's all like handwritten. I mean, it's not handwritten, it was printed, like this isn't actually like pen ink in here. But basically, it's got all the stuff that you can do living on the land. And there's like how to make a tent, how to make small shelters, how to, when looking for water in the woods, look for low grooves and ravines with lush green, especially with willow trees. At the seacoast, dig a hole below the high tide mark at the time of low tide. Fresh water is lighter than salt water, and it floats on top. The water that seeps into your hole should be fresh. If it is not, don't drink it. Salt water only increases one's thirst. One way to get water is to lay out a big piece of canvas on plastic overnight. The dew will collect in the lowest part. Large leaves and rock basins will also collect water. And then purification, add a drop of iodine to a container. So there's like all this like awesome stuff in here. Like this one here shows me how to build a hut, and this shows me how to build like a cradle, how to build a bench, how to build a chair, all this really awesome stuff, like how to wash your clothes, how to make clothes, yeah, all this awesome stuff. And then there's also stuff in here about like meditating and sun drying fruit and vegetables, making medicine out of herbs. So this is a very handy book to have if I'm stuck on an island. Now I just have to remember that every time I travel I should probably bring this book with me in the event that I get stuck on an island. I have this book with me. But that's what I would choose. Now the reason I said it took me a while to kind of think about it is because, I mean, obviously, if you ask a witch, what would you bring with you? A witch is one of their most prized possessions is their Book of Shadows. It generally has information about herbs in it, and about which herbs are poisonous and which ones are edible and which ones are good for different medicinal properties and things like that. But as far as that goes, for me at least, there's not really much other practical stuff. I mean, what am I going to do? Like, is when I'm stuck on a fucking island, is my main concern going to be whether or not I do a ritual? No, my main concern is going to be survival. So I decided to bring along this like survival type guide. Now, granted, the stuff in here, you have to have other materials for some of the things, like when it's talking about like making things, like, oh, you're going to need a glass jug for this, you're going to need a tarp for that. But I watch Survivor Man and Man vs. Wild, so I know that I can go scrounging around and basically scavenging, is that even a word? Anyway, I can go looking around for some things that can suffice. But this is going to give me practical advice as to like how to purify water. I'm not a Boy Scout, so I don't know all this stuff off the top of my head. Curing a cold, different seafood and what you can eat. Like, did you know clams may be dug year-round, but the stomach, the soft part inside the triangular foot, should be discarded from May through October. Rinse in the ocean water. Fresh water makes them shut tight, and let them rest so they will open their shells a crack. Slide a knife in and cut the abductor muscle. Rinse under cold running water to remove sand. Lift clam from shell with knife. Dip in flour and fry in butter. Kelp, boiled breads, Boston brown bread. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah, herbs and spices. Like, this book is just really, really cool. I bought it because I just loved the way it looked. It's got pictures in it, like drawn pictures, And it basically looks like somebody's journal from when they went out into the wild to live off the land for a while. So, yes, this is what I would bring. This is the one pagan item I would choose to bring with me in the event that I get stuck on an island. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else's. I'm actually filming this on Sunday, so I haven't seen anybody's choices yet, but it should be fun. So comments, if you guys were stuck on an island, say you were planning on being stuck on an island, which I know is kind of silly, but if you were planning on being stuck on an island, which one pagan item would you bring with you? So I guess I have kind of a cop-out here because this isn't specifically pagan. It's just like, I mean, it kind of is because there's stuff in here about like spiritual. There's spiritual stuff in here and like